What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And this is not another damn podcast. Presented by Damn Selves. Episode 148. Still under quarantine.
Yes.
That means that we're separate. I'm in my house doing the podcast. Naima's in her house doing the podcast. But we're still here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if you hear a slight delay, it is what it is.
Right. Technology is advanced to a certain point, but some stuff it just can't do.
Thank God we still have a podcast. That's because
Exactly.
Being that 80% is better than 0%.
Correct. Yeah. This is all correct.
We still passing. We're still passing.
Mm-hmm.
But got a shout out to the creator of J Sculpts, the first fitness belt to cover the entire midsection and provides 100% comfort during your workouts. You showed me an interesting jazz picture earlier. Somebody jacking jazz swag.
Yeah. So I happened to be scrolling through one of my friends' pages on Facebook, and I saw him post something that this guy posted. Like, I don't even know who this guy even was who posted a picture. I'm sure he probably doesn't even know her, but he used the opportunity to use Jazz's encouragement journey of her showing her before and after pictures. Like, she oftentimes posts, she posts before and after as
those
encouragement.
Jazz story. Jazz was at about 190 at her biggest, and Jazz is short, like 5'2" or something like that. So 190 is a lot of weight to carry out around on that small frame like that.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So then she did her transformation and put her side by side. This is what I looked at 190. This is what it looked like now. And people are like, okay, yeah. It was like encouraging.
To show her proud moment that, you can do it too, like through hard work, exercise and diet, all of that you too can do this. And so this guy used that moment as an opportunity to say, ladies, stop doing this. Like, basically saying that nothing is wrong. Like, don't be skinny, and just try to shame it. Like, he body shamed the other way to try to say that.
We like thick women, stay thick. Jazz used to tell me that all the time. She would hear that all the time when she would post her during her progress. Like, girl, you look good before, but guess what? She's like, she always said to me about that is like, it's not what other people say, it's how you feel about yourself. If you're not happy, then change. Like, people think that their compliments mean so. Nobody give a shit about your compliments. It's like if you're not happy, then that's the problem. If you're happy if she was happy at the 190, that's another thing and shit. It's like, but if you're not happy, then it's time for you to make the change. You have to do what's best for you. Not because some random shithead say like, man, you look good. Some shitheads on Instagram, like some thirsty shithead say something. Who cares?
Because I think that just all around that just women, we need to just, just have more of a positive body image just in general of ourselves. Like, work with what you got. Like, work it. Like, if you got your 190 frame or you got your 110 frame, work it all the same. Like, we shouldn't be felt like, we should be shamed into not liking our bodies because it's like I said, it's just toxic, like the whole thing, like being like, oh, like being skinny. Like, I've always been on the skinny side. I've never been like even at my heaviest when I was pregnant, I've never even been 190. I've never even made that. Like, even while pregnant, like, I just am a small girl. So I mean, I learned to, work with what I have. But then when people like do like the whole skinny thing, and like guys don't want this, it's like, apparently some guys do want this. It's all about finding what works for you. You said what?
You're married. So somebody
I'm married and I have 2 kids. Apparently, somebody wants this.
But I didn't expect to.
I just know that
I didn't expect to kick it off with a jazz rant, but
yeah. But I mean, when I saw that, when I looked at it, I did a double take, and I was like, wait a minute, ain't this Jazz? Because her head was like kind of tilted down a little bit, and like I couldn't like really see her whole face because the way she was holding her phone, so like her face was like partially blocked a little bit. But when I looked, and I was like, that looks like Jazz, and then I sent it to you. I was like, is this Jazz? And you was like, yes, it is her. And I just was like, a bit goofy being like, ladies, because the way he wrote it, ladies, stop doing this. Get your goofy ass out of here. Ladies, stop doing what? Like wanting to feel, more confident about yourself, wanting to, like, like this is what be wrong sometimes, like with ladies, like when we have our doubts about the way we look, like, like we listen to these assholes. It's like, do what you do to make you feel good. If it makes you feel good, like I say, obviously don't put yourself in jeopardy. Like I'm not saying like do eating disorders. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But if you're doing something the correct way, like if you want to modify your body, like whether you want to gain weight or lose weight, whatever the case may be, to make yourself feel better, then do it healthy wise, in a healthy way. All like, right, don't,
I think we can move on from this one because, I didn't expect the conversation to go here.
But. Yeah, I know. Just saw goofy ass.
But I guess we all know what we are going to talk about. Coronavirus. The shit is real. It's really getting real now. Because for those that don't know, us in Chicago, Mayor Lori Lightfoot shut down the entire lakefront. People were kicking it a little bit too much on the lakefront.
Okay, so on the 25th, which was last Wednesday, by the time you guys hear this, the weather spiked up. Like, so it was like a little bit of a night. Like, we got to basically see a little bit of spring.
And happy belated birthday going out to Aria's her 5th birthday, the 25th.
Thank you. Yes, my baby's birthday. Yes. Thank you. But so people took that opportunity to basically go outside and to just be outside. I mean, like the mayor
turn the fuck up.
The mayor did say to us that, and the governor, they said that the quarantine, the shelter in place, stay at home, does not mean that you cannot go outside. It just means minimize your time outside.
Recommended. It says you don't know.
And minimal stuff. If you need to make a grocery run because you need to eat, if you need to put gas in your car, if you have to go to work, if you're one of the people who has to go to work,
fill your prescription at the pharmacy. Yeah.
Even if you just want to just take a walk around the block just to get some fresh air, that's fine. But
just people, to get rid of the cabin fever, just get out to get some air for a minute.
Right, but people, they didn't take heed to that. Like, some of my coworkers, because I had to go to work the next day on that Thursday, I had to go into the office, and I work right off the lakefront. And some of my coworkers were saying it was ridiculous what they saw. They was like, if you would have looked outside, it's a park right behind my building where I work at, and they said when they looked outside, it was like all these people in the park on that Wednesday. And they said kids were like tossing a ball around and just, what part of social distancing don't y'all mofos understand? Why are you outside, grouped outside at a park? Like dozens of people were outside, dozens. They said that park, they said they've never seen that park so full, the way the people were out there. And then another one of my coworkers said when she was coming home on Lakeshore Drive, she said when she was driving up on, the lakefront, seeing like the beaches, she said people just all outside, just beaches just packed up. And she's like, what the, They said nothing about that. They said go take a walk. Go take a walk just means you get some fresh air. Go take a walk. Don't be out there just hanging out and, congregating, hanging out in crews and, no, come on now. So now,
fucking college students taking ass shots. You like one step away from that shit,
right? So now, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and she did gangster style. She sent text messages to our
sent phones. The fucking alert. It was an alert. That's what we had.
Yeah, it was an emergency alert.
And we got two. EAS alert. Yeah.
We got two. One came through that Thursday. It scared the shit out of us. And then another one came through, like, I think, that Saturday morning? It came through, like, at 3-something in the morning on a Saturday. It was like, I was like, what the fuck? So she sent that emergency alert saying, like, as of effective immediately, the lakefront, the bike trails, all that stuff is closed.
I'll read exactly what she had because I screenshotted the shit.
So that's basically what it boiled down to.
Said effective immediately, Chicago lakefront, adjacent park, and beaches, 606 Trail and Riverwalk are closed to the public until further notice. When it's determined that this degree of social distance is no longer required for the safety of Chicago residents, do your part, stay home, save lives. That's what she said. That was Thursday. You were right.
My post I put up about that, I was like, ain't none of us going to smell like outside if you keep on messing with Lori Lightfoot. You guys stop messing with her. We ain't going to smell like outside no more because y'all mofos can't stay in the house. Yeah. Y'all can't. So what is...
Bad Baby's career is probably over there because you can't catch her outside anymore. How about that?
Cash me inside. How about this?
Cash me inside. How about that? That's a hashtag. Cash me inside. How about that? That might even be an episode.
You're a fool.
Cash me inside. How about that? Hilarious.
Basically. Because we can't do nothing. It's like you guys just can't listen and follow instructions. The fact that they were just all packed. I saw the pictures of the people, how they were packed up on the beach. What are you doing? Like I said, I feel bad for my people who like I said, because I live by the lake where I live at, and it's like, you know, I would see people like when I was driving, I saw people like run, you know, getting there running, you know, and they were doing it the correct way. They're just running, you know, getting their jogs in and stuff like that. Or people like shout out B-Man, like the bikers, like B-Man's a serious biker. And I was like, I know that he rode, you know, he's a person who would ride the trails a lot.
B-Man has a car anymore. That's how much he's into his biking.
Right. But it's like now you're messing up for people like that who do follow the instructions of social distancing. They just want to still get their health stuff in. But now it's like now nobody can do it because y'all didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like we said last week, it's like you guys didn't listen, so now we can't go to Great America. Nobody going to Great America because you people who just couldn't listen, you messed it up for everybody, and now nobody gets to go outside and walk the trails.
This thing is going to have to hit close to home for people to take it seriously. And it's starting to hit close to home to some of y'all. Do you know anybody who got hit personally with it? I got a couple of mine right now.
Yeah, I know someone like Marcus told me about somebody who he knows personally that did get infected who announced that they were.
DJ Flint, he's hospitalized right now with it. And I believe Baldhead is as well too.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, Baldhead, because Marcus told me about that last night. He was like, Baldhead is in the hospital right now. He's infected with coronavirus.
Last I heard, so he does have coronavirus. He just had pneumonia. Last I heard, I guess. But DJ Flint definitely has a coronavirus. I just saw him posted. So it's starting to hit people that I know.
Yeah, Marcus was like, Baldhead guy. I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, he has it. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, wow.
I think Johnny Starks, like one of his relatives, he said had it. Cool out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like you gotta hit people personally to take this shit seriously.
I think I saw somebody else post that they was like it's all fun and games with memes. It's like until somebody is affected, pray for my family. I can't remember which one of my friends
posted memes about this shit. Is like because people are really dying from this. I posted one meme since then. That was a fucking Friday the 13th joke and shit. That's the only meme I posted about this because it's not funny. People are really dying over this shit.
Yeah, people are really dying. People are really, hurting financially. Mm-hmm. It's not a joke. It just isn't. It just isn't a joke. It's not. And people are really, really being affected by this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah. I'm trying to find out who my guy Johnny Stark said. I know he said it hit somebody that he knows personally.
Uh-huh.
He might have not put the name. I know I saw him talking about it a couple of days ago. But
right.
It's going to have to hit people personally for them to take this shit seriously because people still out here just living their life, living their best lives. Well, their worst lives. Like, it's not really their best lives and shit.
Out here, and then you still keep on downplaying and saying that, it's not, it's just, okay, no, Khalil. Now, Khalil is like one of my attention. I guess he is getting a little bit of the cabin fever, too.
Yeah, we got a podcast. He's gonna have to. Yeah.
Yes, Uncle Oz. So that's for the listeners. That's Khalil talking, but we're gonna get his father to get him back. Like I said, but we just have to roll with stuff because this is life and it happens. But you gotta go back with Daddy, okay? Okay. All right, go back with Daddy.
Tell Daddy to pay attention.
Daddy's supposed to be on duty, but I guess he gets distracted too. Like I said, we've been cooped up with the kids since the 13th. And it happens, but I mean, what?
Yeah, you can tell we don't plan this shit. It's like we all over the place.
But in all seriousness, though, back to the subject at hand, people are thinking that, it's a joke and, and just making tasteless jokes. Like, I mean, like, I welcome the videos of, like, I like the TikTok videos of people, like, posting, like, stuff, like, little funny stuff that, like, okay, now that I've been quarantined, day, whatever, this is my reality. Like, posting, like, little fun stuff to help you get through is fine. But just making, like, tasteless jokes, like, I don't like that type of stuff. When people are doing tasteless jokes and, like you said, because people are actually dying from this. People are actually dying. Like I said, another thing, like I said, people financially are being affected financially.
Because, like, if you, especially those in the service industry, they're hurting because everything's shut down, bars, restaurants, etc. So if you're in the service industry, then you're not doing too well financially right now. Even though the stimulus bill did pass, but who knows when those checks are gonna go out?
Right, because the proverbial the checks in the mail. And then keep in mind that it's only a one-time payment. And from what I see, the payment looks like it's a $1,200 payment for adults.
$1,200 for singles, $24 for couples, $500 per kid, something like that.
$500 for each child, at most, yeah. But you think about it, if you're like most people, like, okay, we live in Chicago. We've been very transparent about that, the fact that we live in Chicago. Nice. And I did see a meme with Alfonso Ribeiro, and the meme showed basically it was like it said $1,200 in Alabama, and it showed him smiling. It said $1,200 in New York, and it showed him like looking like, oh man, because and that is some truth to that, because depending on where you live at, it's like
$100. Like in Alabama, you could probably live in a mini mansion, like, so to speak.
Right.
In New York, you're gonna be in a roach-infested slum, though. Like in New York, you're not getting much.
That's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be in a 200 square foot apartment in New York.
Probably in the hood, yeah. Like, probably gonna have roaches and shit. Probably in the hood. Yeah.
In Chicago, it's like you depending on what neighborhood you live in Chicago, that ain't gonna go much farther.
Find something okay, but like New York, you're not finding anything like
New York. You're gonna be in a rat infested. You're gonna be
in the hood, with roaches in New York.
With roaches.
For 1,200, yeah.
But depending on like where you are,
okay, yeah, I can get a 6-bedroom, nice home, like in certain parts of the country.
True story though, because when my girlfriend was when she was like relocating before she went back to Denver, and she was in South Carolina briefly, and she was saying in South Carolina she could have like rented a whole house for like I think $550 a month, like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for like $550 a month. She could have rented a whole house, and I'm like, you could have got like a house for like $550. But then again, like I said, it was South Carolina, so
shout out Charlemagne, the guy, South Carolina's finest, right there.
You said what?
Shout out Charlemagne, South Carolina's finest.
Charlemagne, yeah. But the money stretch is different depending on where you are in the country, and Another thing that I like that our cousin Melanie shared, she shared from somebody else's page, basically saying for people to stop shaming people into entrepreneurship, being like, you need to take that $1,200 and open you a business. Houseway.
Not everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur.
Houseway.
It's possible, but not everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur. That's my whole thing.
And that's what her post was about, like saying like stop shaming people. Everybody isn't like stop acting like entrepreneurship is the fix all to every problem that you have. It's not. Everybody is not cut out to be an entrepreneur. I've even said this before.
Not everybody's going to be Jordan. Some people are going to be Steve Kerr standing in the corner waiting to take the shot.
Right.
And Steve Kerr made a fine career out of that. Like, if Steve Kerr was the best player on your team, you're going to be the worst team in the league, though. So not everybody's cut out to be like the top dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, Steve Kerr had a good career, coach. He was a GM. He did commentator. He's had a good career.
I'm not even talking about the other stuff. I'm just talking about his playing career.
Yeah, his playing career, he had a good career because he got 5 rings playing as a player because he went to San Antonio, got rings there. Yeah, he's had a good career as a player.
To be the top dog that's what I'm saying. Everybody thinks that everybody should own their own business. Not necessarily. You might be good at like being manager of somebody else's business. That might be a strength.
You have to find your niche and go for it. Like if you're a good person who's good with numbers, accounting might be something financial.
If you're do somebody's books, instead of running your own business, you could do the books for somebody else's business.
If you have the vision and can see stuff, marketing, because some people like marketing is a talent that everybody does not have. Everybody does not know how to market. Everybody does not.
Marketing is very important. You have 2 people with the exact same idea, but one with the vision will win and the other one will lose. Exact same idea.
Exactly. And then you have the talent. Everybody doesn't have the talent, not being funny, but the talent is another part of that.
Yep.
You have the person who makes everything run. It's like the boss behind it, who keeps the machine going. Like we always see people like to dump on Jerry Krause, but Krause put together the greatest team. He had that. He knew what to orchestrate to how to put together that Bulls.
The only guy he didn't pick for that whole team was Jordan. But guess what? Before he got there, like some of those teams that Jordan was on was trash. Before they put the pieces around him, the Bulls were a first round exit team. It's with Jordan averaging 35 points a season. So it wasn't Jordan; it was the pieces around him. Jordan averaged I think he averaged like 38 points one season, first round exit team. So like that's something like that.
So it's like you're getting all these stats, but like you're not doing anything.
How important it was to put those other pieces around, because that's the people say about Kyrie. Well, he didn't draft Jordan, but guess what? When Jordan was with the Bulls, like before they put that team there, Jordan had his numbers, but the team still sucked though.
Right.
So you had to put the pieces around him, and that's what Krause did. Krause is the one who picked Phil Jackson to run the triangle. Like he did all of that. He put all of that in place.
But you have to realize the strengths of different people and know that, just because we have different paths doesn't mean that, this person is more successful than this person or this person more successful than that person. We may all have different paths, but we get to the same road. Like maybe this person is an entrepreneur. Maybe this person is an investor. Maybe this person is a 9-to-5er. Maybe this person is a person who started their own business. Maybe this person is a person who went into the family business.
Sounds like we're putting together the team for Ocean's 11. That's what it sounds like to me. Like Danny's the entrepreneur. What's the name? Elliot Gould's character is the investor. It's like, hey, we putting together the Malloy brothers. They're the workers. There you go. We're putting together the Ocean's 11 team.
Living says a tech guy, because you need a tech guy.
You need a tech guy, yeah.
You need a tech guy. Everybody needs that on their team.
Basher did explosives and shit. Yeah, we put the team together.
Richard Carr was like the executor. He knew how to execute things. Rusty, he like was like the right hand of Danny. Like
he might have been your marketer then. Like say you need good marketing. Maybe he was that marketer.
Yeah, he knew how to execute that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you need all of these people for it to work.
Yeah, but not everybody was meant to be. It was Ocean's 11. It wasn't Basher's 11. So it wasn't Bernie Mac's 11. What was his character? Ramon, whatever.
Ramon.
Frank Catton. Wasn't Frank's 11.
Yeah, Frank Catton can't get past the.
Wasn't Frank Catton. I should watch Ocean's 11 today. Nothing else to do.
Right. And because it's PG-13, I guess I could semi-watch it with the kids. It's PG-13. I could semi-watch it.
Yeah. Like one you're the middle of the fucking desert was the only F-bomb.
And
that one was like, he said it in English, so that one you could even throw out.
There was no sex, nothing.
The one clear F-bomb was the fucking desert line.
So I might just be able just to mute it. No nudity. Yeah, I think that we can watch Oceans. We can watch Ocean's 11 as a family. We can watch that. Aria be okay. But yeah, though, like, but shaming people into being like, oh, well, you're, because you're not trying to be an entrepreneur and you're just, let's stop this right now in 2020. Like, with everything that's going on, my hat goes off to all the entrepreneurs. Like, I'm happy that you got your business rolling. You doing your things, big shit. But don't shame, like, people who are 9-to-5ers. Don't shame them.
I say you can't become an entrepreneur. You're either born one or you're not born one. It's like entrepreneur is another way for hustler. Like if you like grew up like hustling, then you have that entrepreneurial gene. You don't just wake up and just be like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. Like entrepreneurs are like people like the kid that was going around shoveling snow. It's like hustle. Like you always looking out how to make a buck. Like those are natural entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. Not people. You can't work at a job. You can't work at a job for 30 years and then just decide to be an entrepreneur. It don't work that way.
You put together your candy, like you went to 71st Street and got the candy, and now you put
you bought it in bulk, and then you were flipping it. Yeah, you bought it for a dime and sold it for 50 cents. If you were that kid, that's the entrepreneur.
That's the entrepreneur. That's an entrepreneur right there.
Like our dad was an entrepreneur. He always was like found a way to make a buck. It's like not everybody has that in them.
All day, our daddy could do both. Like he has 9 to 5, but he also had his hustle side. Like daddy all day.
He always had a side hustle like our whole life.
He did.
Well, he knew how to like make some quick cash. Yeah. Right. And legally too, not selling dope and shit for those things.
Yeah. Before you guys get into be like, oh, your dad was don't go there. Don't do that. Legally. So let's put that amendment up there legally. Dad know how to make money.
Selling comic books, selling sports cards, action figures, T-shirts. Like he knew how to make some money.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what our dad did.
But everybody doesn't have that, like you said, and just trying to make people like you shame people. But here's the thing: if everybody's an entrepreneur, then who's a customer?
If we all own business, somebody got to shop at these businesses,
right? We all own whatever business, whatever the hot popping business is. We all own our own business. Now, who's going to be buying the stuff? So before you like shame and be like, you shouldn't be going, like you wasting your time going to that rat race every day. You're wasting your time. But it's like in reality, the rat race is keeping roofs over people's heads, especially during this tough economic time.
Your podcast job. Who am I talking about? I'm not saying her name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Well, here's the thing about that. Like when I see people and I applaud people. It's like, if you got out of your 9 to 5, great. If you start your own business, I want your business to succeed. Like I said, especially, like I said, my thing I always say, hashtag, and I got my fist in the air, support Black businesses. I'm all for it. Support Black businesses. We need more of us.
Except if you're an asshole, then like you lost me.
Right. However, just shaming people, and like I always say the thing to people,
you're an
don't
asshole,
let
and that's
these
the opposite side. I start rooting against you. But yeah, if you cool, like I'm like, yeah, go for it. I'm happy for you. If you're a dick, it's like fuck you. Now I want you to lose.
My thing I always say is like, don't let these social media influencers, like you see their story on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the case may be, and then you get just so wrapped up into them, like, yeah, and I'm gonna say fuck you to my boss and I'm out of here. Now, what if you said fuck you to your boss at the end of last year, and now we're in this economic crisis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what if you were just starting your business now, and now you're in a bad shape?
You started between the end of last year and now would not have been making profit by now, because it takes time. Like when you start a new business, like the reality is it takes time before you start to see a profit. That's just reality. Like it's not being pessimistic. I'm being realistic with that. You're not going to see that positive earnings until a little bit down the line. And then you'll start to say, because we lived through it. Like when our dad opened his comic business, the first year he wasn't seeing the profits like that. Like basically what he was putting in, he was spending. Everything he put in, he was spending. He was breaking even on everything. It was no profits. None. But then, like year and a half, 2 years in, like I said, when you joined with him, profits started looking good.
Like he was able to hire me. That's how things were going well by then. The money was rolling in. He was able to hire you. To pay me.
And then at one point, business was really booming. Like he had his business, and then he had his 9 to 5. Like around my junior year of high school, I want to say around my junior year of high school, things were really like everything was gravy. Everything was looking real good. Everything was looking real good. And then the decline happened. When the decline happened, then it became like what it was before. Like when I'm putting in, I'm spending. So at that point, you have to make a decision. Is it worth it to be putting in this amount every month and then this is going out the same amount? I'm not making any ground. Does that make sense for me to keep my business open? So that's why he closed his business, because it didn't make sense financially. But, like if you did, but like we said, like if you did it to your boss at the end of last year, and now we're in this economic crisis because you listened to, Who's It online or whatever, because they told you to quit your job and now you did it. Now, Who's It got their own problems to worry about because they have their own families to support, their own things that they need to do, because we all have stuff that we have to do. We all have bills to pay. And we all have to support, whether it's ourselves or our family or whatever. We all have our own financial stuff that we're dealing with. But the bottom line is, Who's It ain't going to, give you money to help you with it, because Who's It got their own financial problems. They ain't going to be out there trying to help you. So just keep things into perspective when doing stuff. But people and they they just... I'm sorry, that just gets me like fired up when people just blindly just follow what so-and-so said. You can't blindly follow what anyone says. The only person I've always said I trust 100% is the person in the mirror. That's the only person I 100% trust is myself. Like real talk. Like I can trust other people 99.9, but that 100%, that's all me. 100% is me, because, you're going to have your best interest at heart at all times. You are.
Oh, boy. But people just stupid.
Well, kind of going with this, since we are talking about an entrepreneurial thing, have you had a chance to watch Self-Made on Netflix? Have you had a chance to watch that? I actually watched it this morning because I woke up early and then I didn't, I was like, I have nothing to do. I was like, so let me go ahead and put it on. It's a 4-part mini-series, and it's based on the life of Madam C.J. Walker. That's what the series is based on.
So I've heard mixed reviews about it, so you liked it.
I liked it, but obviously with any stuff that's an inspired story, it's going to be glaring inconsistencies. Like when people get so wrapped in it, it's not
based on a true story, not a true story. It's based on a true story. Right. That's why.
It's not a direct adaptation of her life. So people were talking about the obvious inconsistencies that went on, but like our cousin David said, like if you just look at a show or whatever, or a movie or whatever the case may be, to get all of your your context and you're a fool anyway, basically. Like, you need to go outside and do your own research, pick up a book, do that. Like, just don't take that at face value and be like, okay, this is where it is and this is the gospel truth. Like, no, don't do that. Like, view it for what it is, because oftentimes in Hollywood, like a story about someone's life, about their real life, is like, it's cool, but let's add some of these other little, drama pieces to like make it be wow. Because on film, it looks amazing. But even like as much as I loved Hidden Figures, like I said, and once again, Octavia Spencer was in both. Like I said, because she starred as Madam C.J. Walker, and she was in Hidden Figures as one of the Hidden Figures. And like that movie, like I said, I love Hidden Figures, but they was like some of the stuff didn't happen the way that obviously it happened in real life. But we get that for cinematic purposes, like them doing like, yes, I'm triumphant over this and I'm beating all these odds. Like, that looks inspiring and it looks great on film. But if you just have like just the regular what happened, it's like, it's going to be a snooze fest, and like no one's going to like really buy into that.
Especially like that ending, like I say, you need that triumphant ending, and in life, we don't have that because life goes on.
Right.
Like, the movies when they died, like the movies when the biopics when they died, like those ended the way they ended, obviously. But good example of ones like not having a triumphant ending is like the Jacksons' American Dream that ended with the victory tour. But guess what? The Jacksons broke up right after the victory tour. It's like that wasn't like they were like, you know what? Like Michael said, I'm done and shit. Like, so it wasn't like the glorious, like triumphant. Yeah, we're back together. The brothers, like, nah. They did the tour and said, "Fuck it, we done." They didn't perform again until 2001 for Michael Jackson's the 30th anniversary.
30th anniversary, yeah.
Victory tour always 2001. They never performed again together after that. Like all that time passed. So
it was like what, the mid '80s, right?
84, I think the Victory Tour wrapped or something like that.
Yeah, the mid '80s, right?
20. So,
but I will say my takeaway from Self-Made is what they showed is that the chip, like the what I pulled from it is that the underlying message was that when the chips are stacked against you, you just keep on pushing, because you have to keep in mind that this was set in the early 1900s, because Madam C.J. Walker passed in 1919. So over 100 years ago, she died. So you have to think about the mindset of what was going on in the early 1900s. Like, slavery had just ended not that much before. And she technically was born to slaves. She was the first child that was born free in her family. So, because she was born in 1867, so she was born a free woman.
Right after slavery.
Her family members, not so much. So you have to think about the mindset of that. Like, if you had family that was born that still had like a slave mentality, because they remember when Massa came out and Massa sold your uncle over here and this and that, and they can tell you stories firsthand about what it was like being a slave on a plantation, and you being that first generation that was not born on a plantation as a slave. Like, now, it was still Jim Crow. Like I said, Jim Crow. That's why Jim Crow happened, because it's like, okay, y'all are free, but not really. So we're gonna put these.
Andrew Johnson's bitch ass was a big part of that.
To keep you down. We're gonna put these in place to keep you down.
Woodrow Wilson, a lot of these bitch ass presidents, they were part of that.
Yeah, we don't want you to ascend to be the best that you can be. We don't want that for you. We want it for the whites, but not for you, Negroes. We don't want it for y'all. And when they basically showed like her trying to push through a heavily dominated white male society, think about it, like, for her to have accomplished her to become a millionaire and being a black woman to become a millionaire in the early 1900s.
First of all, like almost nobody became millionaires, let alone a black woman. Like, white men had trouble becoming millionaires back then. So a black woman
in 1900s. Yeah, in the early 1900s. So for her to do that, it was like, wow. And her, selling her products, and her products are still selling today. So for her to accomplish and to leave that legacy behind, but it was like some glaring stuff that they said that, you know, like one thing that people didn't like not trying to give too many spoilers, people talked about the colorism because it was like a heavy undertone of colorism in that series. And the colorism stuff was a bit kind of like when I was watching, like her main antagonist, like I feel like she was a little bit cartoon evil, a little bit, because like just the way she was trying to keep her down. It was a little bit too much that she would like that they made that she was like obsessed with like, I'm bringing you down, Madam CJ. Sarah. I'm bringing you down, Sarah Walker, because she kept on calling her by her real. I'm bringing you down, Sarah. I'm bringing you down, Sarah. The way that they made the person like a true villain about how she, you know, would stop at nothing to bring her down. Like she would stop at nothing. So I thought that was a bit like, you know, but the overall story of showing her create, you know, a factory, because like she had her own factory. For her to own a factory is amazing. To show like her villa that she built right before she died, and her villa is still up. Her villa is still there that she built. You know, it's like, wow, like she created all this stuff, and it like revolutionized, you know, how Black women, our relationship, and how we do our hair. Like what she did, you know, she was
game changer.
She crawled so we can walk. Madam CJ Walker crawled so we as Black women could walk. She did for us.
Funny you mentioned hair because we're gonna shift gears back to the quarantine. Is we starting to see like the real a lot of people now, because you obviously social distancing is tough. Like you can't go get your hair done during this time. So I'm looking at a lot of people's lives, like the ladies and the fellas. You're saying, okay, the real them now. It's like starting to see them. You can't get them weaves done. Seeing that new growth, all of that. You starting to
I just took my braids. Now my hair is in a bun, in a high knotted ponytail right now. If you guys could see me. And Ariana, the first thing she said was she was like, "Ooh, mommy, you have a puff. I love your puff. It's so beautiful, mommy. I love your puff." Like, thank you, baby. So she loves my puff on top of my head, my high ponytail knot or wherever. But
shout out my homegirl. I saw Roxy post some videos like with no makeup, and I left a comment. I was like, "That's the Roxy I know right there." That's how you look when I'm at you. I left a comment on that one.
Let your natural hang out. Let's all be natural.
That's the Roxy I know.
Let's all be naturally beautiful. But guys were trying to like be funny with it, like, yeah, you ladies not having your weaves and your eyelashes and stuff. It's like some of you brothers don't need to be laughing. If you had that,
I'm about to get to the fellas. I was about to get to you. Seen Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is aging in dog years.
If you had that Shannon looking.
You can't get that Beijing beards done. Just like the Beijing beards ain't done. Like Kevin Knight got.
I was gonna say the Beijing for one, or if you had the man weave looking like Shannon from A Fall from Grace from Netflix, you had that man weave, you're not gonna be looking good either.
Whereas Charlemagne calls it that trap toupee.
The trap, yes, the man weave. Like some of these guys talking, I'm like, y'all don't need to talk either. Like some of y'all,
these gray beards and everything. That's what I'm laughing. It's like, I know Kevin Hart had that gray in his beard.
No, the thing that I really want to like, and that's the thing that I like about with Marcus. Marcus has let his gray show gracefully. Marcus doesn't care. Marcus is like, I'm not dyeing my gray, because Marcus does have a lot of gray in his beard, and people were trying to say he should dye. Marcus was like, I'm not dyeing shit. I'm not dyeing my gray. This is me. This is who I am. Because people were saying that when his gray started coming in, he was like, nope, I'm gonna be who I am. And it's good because now it's like I said, now all your friends who were doing the dyeing with the gray, and now, you know, the real them is showing. But
we're starting to see the real a lot of people now.
I want to see. The thing I want to see is the people who can't Botox.
That's probably coming next. Yeah, depending on how long this quarantine lasts. That's coming next.
Right. Because you gotta get re-ups. Like when you Botox, you gotta re-up it. Like Botox don't last forever. It's a temporary thing, and then you gotta re-up it. Or if you have like the Bosley stuff going, like you gotta re-up the Bosley for the men.
Shout out LeBron James.
Yeah, what do they call it? Who call it follically challenge? If you have the follically challenge young men, have that, and then you put it in.
It's the trap toupee. Yeah, you gotta get those two.
But yeah, like I think that it's good that all of us are just gonna show us, and you gonna know who really loves you, because if you have somebody and they seeing all you in this glory right now, and all your glory, your quarantine look, and
but we really want to start seeing the real. The world is changing around us. Like a lot of industries are not going to survive this. Like, I think movie theaters are dead and shit. Like R.I.P. to the movie theater business. I think.
We'll see, unless they open up drive-ins again.
Yeah, drive-in, unless they switch to a drive-in, maybe. But I think the studios are just going to release it direct to the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Like just release it there and charge like $20 for like the premiere. You get like a 24-hour like rental for like $20, something like that. That's like about so much 2 movie tickets would cost, like $20. So it's about the same.
Yeah.
So they can make their money like that.
And that's but the theaters
don't make their money from movie tickets. They make it from concessions, from refreshments. Is how the theaters. Yeah. So that's why it's such a markup, because like the movie studios keep most of that at $10 you spend on your ticket. Like they don't get that much of that. They might get $1 of it, like the theaters. So they make their money off of them.
Maybe $1.50, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then that's why
the studios are gonna be straight. So you know what? We just release it direct to the customers. And
that's why it's always a Dollar Tree by the movie theater, because that's where you stop at your concessions. You stop at Dollar Tree. And
Dollar Tree is getting in on it too. So like say, we're going to say, come to us and say, give us that money instead of giving it to AMC. Give us that money. That's what Dollar Tree is.
Because I'm transparent. I go to Dollar Tree, like Ariana knows. I have a big purse, and we get our movie theater candy. And then like if I get a bag of chips, I open up the chips to let the air out, and I roll it down so you can fit it better. You guys, hey, come on. I'm not going to spend all this money. Like, I'm not going to spend $4 on a candy bar and I can get $4 at Dollar Tree. I'm just not going to. I mean, that's not smart financially to do that. It's just not.
I think we'll see.
I did see that on Disney Plus, whatchamacallit is about to start streaming that movie Onward that just came out. Because I saw a graphic come up about Onward. That was going to be available for like digital something. I forgot what it said, but I saw it come up on the scroll bar, and I was like, "Oh!" I said, "So they may be looking to
all the studios should release versions of their apps like with just the new releases. Like like they have Disney Plus for like the streaming service now. They should release like Disney Premiere or something like that. Well, like that's just like all the new movies, and then you could pick which movie you want, rent it for like 24 hours. It's like buying the movie tickets. It expires after 24 hours. It'd probably be like $20 rental. So that was like a movie night. Yeah, like if you take a date out to see a movie, you're going to spend $20 on tickets. It'll be about the same price point. I think that's what's going to happen. Correct. People are going to do that more. There's going to be a lot more bootlegging because of that, because they releasing it direct to the customer. So it's going to be a whole lot more. People will just rip that shit from there. But people are bootlegging already anyway, so what does it matter?
Yeah. You're never going to stop the bootleg, man. That's why when people try to...
I was having this discussion with some of my people like that, like Mike, shout out Mike Jones. He was saying like, yeah, but they're not going to do that because the bootleg man. I was like, the bootleg man is already out of control. He'll just have better copies then, but people are going to buy bootlegs regardless. Whether it's the crappy copies or the good copies, like people are gonna buy them. So,
and that's why going back to
if Disney or Sony or any of these studios feel that hey, we're gonna make the same amount of money releasing it direct to the customers. You know what? Fuck AMC and to these theaters. We're gonna release it right to the customer.
And whoever, yeah. What's the other one? I forgot. All the little movie theaters, movie studio grill, whatever. No, but that's why I going
AMC
back
is the big one. That's why I named them. I know those other smaller ones, but
AMC. But that's why
they're gonna have to adapt. Like go drive-ins. They're gonna have to adapt.
But that's why going back to like the whole like Black Lives Matter stuff and like when they were like, you know, going after the bootleg man and stuff like that and like killing people over selling CDs or, you know, like who doesn't? Yeah, like who doesn't do that? Like, I mean, like I said, yeah, is it legally the thing to do or whatever, Noah? But is it worth dying for? Absolutely not. It's not worth dying for.
Death penalty, like it doesn't say that on the bootleg on the DVD. It says a fine of up to $250,000 and 5 years in jail. It doesn't say the death penalty on there.
Right, it doesn't say death penalty.
It doesn't say like punishable by death. It doesn't say that on there. The copyright thing. Right. I've never seen
and
that.
Who doesn't know the bootleg man? Like I said, if you go to Heroes on 87th and Dan Ryan, like it'd be the bootleg man right there.
Once again, go outside of any Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree stays stealing from the movie theaters. Like it's like this Dollar Tree. This Dollar Tree is giving a big finger to the theaters. They have they have the one near every theater with the candy there. Then in the parking lot, it's usually a bootleg man at every Dollar Tree I've ever seen. If you're looking for a bootleg man, go to your Dollar Tree. You'll probably find one.
Because I did, like now that you said on 87th and the Dan Ryan, yeah. Now that you did say that, yeah, it would be the bootleg man there.
If you're looking for like a bootleg, like head to your nearest Dollar Tree. He's somewhere. You got to look for him. He's lurking somewhere around there. Don't like drive around the parking lot a little bit. You'll find him somewhere.
You'll find him.
Like, oh, there he is. He's parked in the cut right there. There he is. He might be on the other side of the parking lot, but he'll be there. They'll just look for him.
He said, "Hey yo, Chicago." Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, the movie execs, like, yes, it's stuff going to get bootleg, probably, but they still are going to make money hand over fist. They're still going to make tons. There's still going to
be a lot of people that are just do it honestly. People are going to rent like the movie at home. Like they're gonna rent the newest Marvel movie from Disney Premiere. I just made that up, but like that's the service that has the new movies. Like Disney gonna rent it from there and like click on and pay their $20 and watch it. And then you're gonna have people that download it for free from the illegal sites, the bootleggers. Like it's gonna happen, but but they're gonna make their money because not everybody's gonna steal a movie. But I think movie theaters are done. I think colleges are about to get a big kick in the nuts too, because like this online people learning from home is like not only is like it's more convenient, but you save a lot of money. Like,
this is true.
So that would like cut down on the loan
too. College tuition now is over $30,000 in state.
Mm-hmm. But if it all goes like online, it's gonna be like way less than that.
Out of state. Right now, so it's like right now if you have a child going to college, so like in some years when my kids are college age, I'm like, I don't even want to see what tuition and room and board is going to be because
hopefully this coronavirus kills the colleges and they switch it all online because it'll be much cheaper. Because like you think an online course might be like $1,000 or something like that. See what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like way less than going to college or something like that.
And use this time to invest for your kids. Like, invest it wherever you can. Like I say, even if it's just $20, like, invest in your children's future. Even if it's just a small amount. Just try to invest what you can. I know things would be hard, but, I mean, if it's, like, to a point where, like, you literally don't have anything extra, don't put yourself in a worse position. But if you have a little bit where you can put to the side, put a little bit to the side if you can. If you can.
Oh, when I got to shout out all of my DJs getting it in.
Yeah.
The online parties have been lit. I did a couple of them. I let mine out the bag right now. Yeah, I did 2 days. Possibly a third one tonight. Well, it'll be after that one, but possibly a third one I'm doing because I might do a live yoga session working on that. So
nice.
But I had some pretty good responses, like especially the second one. Well, before my feed got cut off.
Yeah, I went to Club Oz both days. I kicked it at Club Oz. And I was back here I was like, you trying to make me have I was having a whole dance session up front. I was just dancing, like my living room was my dance floor. I was in there just getting it.
Yeah, I did some numbers.
And then then Khalil I didn't get because like when he was looking at the feed of you on Saturday night, he kept on Uncle Oz, Uncle Oz. I'm like, he can't hear you, baby, and he can't see us. And he just kept on Uncle Oz, Uncle Oz. I'm like, he can't see or hear you, baby.
Yeah, I did some really numbers. I'm trying to pull up my analytics now. I just want to see what kind of numbers I did on these.
But you was getting it in though.
I got a good feedback. I feel confident about what I was doing. I think it was a success.
Yeah, I think it was too. I think you did really well.
3,300 people stopped by the second night. Like this is before the feed cut out, and then another 1,400 when it cut back in. So
nice.
Night number one, it was like almost 2,500. So I did some numbers.
But yeah, you gotta have that positive. I mean, you gotta keep your spirits up. See, ain't nothing funny about what's going on. So, like, I mean, while we're away, like, let's try to do, virtual stuff. Like, I mean, like, I went live on Facebook for Ari's birthday.
And Adam, he's going hard right now. Like, I'm watching this. We recording this on Sunday. He's been on pretty much all day. He's pulling D-Nice. Like, my guy Vince Adams is still going hard now. And when I got up, he was pretty much going. DJ Chip, he got one going. Shout out Chip. Y'all know Chip.
I want to go and DJ Chip. Yep, the Juke Master.
He was a DJ from around the way. Chip is on right now. I was reading some of the DJs that are getting it in right now.
I'll check it out. Juke Master.
My guy G Spot is like, it's a bunch of DJs that are getting it in right now. It's got to show love. I think Naina Drake did one. I didn't see what time she was doing hers. I think she was doing one.
You still can get in with your people. It's like the bottom line. Like I said, like I did the stuff with Ari. Like on her birthday, she video called her best friends and they talked. And I did a live feed on Facebook for Ari where people wished her a happy birthday. And Ariana just loved that. She's like, yes, and welcome to our video. The way she was talking, welcome to our video. And she was just going. And I'm like, this little girl. But you just have to get more creative with how you communicate. One of the best videos I've seen recently. Have you seen the Deborah Cox and Tamia video?
What did they do?
They did a cover of "Count on Me," Whitney Houston and CeCe Winans. Okay. And they did it, and them girls can sing. Like they was the harmonies, and they was killing it. They did to like bless us with their beautiful angelic voices, and they killed it. And I'm like, this is not. They're gonna have to do another one now. They gotta do another duet cover for us because that was too good. It's like now you can't give us just one. Now y'all gotta give us some more because it was too good. So we want to see more now. But I mean, just find ways to just try to find something positive of what's going on.
Only thing
and keep the negativity away. Keep the negativity away. But I mean, this is totally like kind of off topic, but I just have to address it.
I think I know what you're gonna say, but there's some dumb shit. Yeah. I'll let you go. I think we have the same story and shit.
Did you see Miguel Núñez?
Joanna Man, exactly. Joanna Man and shit.
So according to TMZ, they said that he was arrested, but I mean, it was a citizen's arrest because they're not actually, if you're doing like petty misdemeanor shit, they're not going to hold you for that because it's a misdemeanor.
No, anybody got no time for Joanna, man.
So basically, he stole groceries from the grocery store. That's what they said happened. He stole groceries.
He's already a thief. He stole money out of people's pockets by being in Joanna, man. Anybody who paid to see that movie, he stole from them and shit. I didn't pay for it, so he didn't steal from me and shit. I did get him to say Joanna Man in the drop though, like years ago. Say, hey, this is Miguel Núñez, aka Joanna Man. You listening to Oz Man the Wizard? I got him to say that shit. Fucking Joanna Man and shit.
Because when I saw them have Joanna Man pay for your groceries as a caption in this TMZ article, I'm like, why? Just why? Why are they still calling him Joanna Man?
Joanna Man.
Because like what the police are saying is they said that when he was in there, they said his credit card declined, and so he just walked out of the store without paying for the groceries. But what he's telling the police, he was saying that
Joanna Man just walked out.
But that's not what he's saying. His story is saying that with social distancing, he said you gotta be 6 feet away. He's saying he got tired away and people were taking too long, so then he left it. He said that he came back because he intended to pay for the items another day.
Stop lying, Joanna Man.
That's what
matter of fact, I'm posting that. Like Johnny Coolall Starks had a great fucking post and shit. He's like, yeah, the Chris Rock will always be Pookie, Mike S will always be Day Day, keep it going. # stolen. I'm putting like Miguel Nunez will always be Joanna Man.
I commented on mine was you know what mine was? I said Terry Vaughn will always be Lovita Alizé Jenkins.
I did put Tiny Lister always be Devo. I'm adding Miguel Nunez.
Those are facts. Those are facts right there.
Yeah, that's getting added.
But Joanna Man, they was like he didn't pay for his groceries, and it was about $200. They said with the groceries that he didn't pay for, so he wasn't jailed or anything. Like they basically gave him a slap on the wrist and
clown. Joanna Man.
But when I saw that Joanna Man gets arrested for stealing groceries. But I did that. But I mean, like in these types, you need a laugh like that for dumb shit. You need to laugh at dumb shit.
Oh yeah, we all laugh at Joanna Man. Who doesn't laugh at Joanna Man? What a douchebag. On that note, let's wrap it up on Joanna Man.
Joanna Man is the podcast.
Joanna Man is the podcast. On that note, it's time to end this. Thanks for listening to Not Another Damn Podcast. Wrapping it up on Joanna Man.
Real quick, rest in peace to John.
I don't want to wrap on Joanna Man. Go ahead.
No, but rest in peace to John Callahan and to Fred Curly Neal from the Harlem Globetrotters. So, yes.
I think we could have ended on Joanna Man, but it's all good.
Just gotta show my respect to them.
You go out on a high note. Well, Joanna Man was it. So I'm ending on Joanna Man. So that's it. Not Another Damn Podcast. Wrapping it up on Joanna Man. And those other things said, but wrapping up on Joanna Man, really. And if you like what we're doing, like our Facebook fan page, Not Another Damn Podcast. Also, you can subscribe, share, rate, review on Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha? SoundCloud. I'm all over the place right now. Also, your Amazon Alexa device and YouTube audio only, video coming soon, meaning eventually. Also, follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You can also check out ozradio.net, a work in progress, but actually put some work into the website this weekend. You know, on quarantine, actually updated the music a little bit, so your currents are better now. And if you like the 90s and 2K classics, hit up ozradio.net, the bomb. I will send you the link.
And you can check me out, MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now. Or you can also check me out, STR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and vlogs. New ones coming soon, I promise. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
So there it is. I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.